Now, I will give the floor to His Excellency Ambassador Hatem Abdelkader, Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Ismail. Excellencies, distinguished arbitrators, ladies and gentlemen. It's both pleasure and an honor to stand before you today in this distinguished gathering of arbitration professionals and legal minds who devote their work to the pursuit of justice. We meet at a moment when the world is undergoing deep and rapid transformation in its economic and political landscape. In such a context, arbitration has never been more vital as an anchor of stability, a guardian of confidence, and a peaceful means through which nations and investors can resolve their differences within the rule of law. For Egypt, arbitration is not merely a legal mechanism. It is a reflection of a long-standing culture that values dialogue over discord and fairness over force. The Arab Republic of Egypt, at both governmental and institutional levels, remains unwavering in its commitment to the peaceful settlement of disputes and to promoting arbitration as a modern, civilized, and balanced path to justice. As Assistant Minister for International Legal Affairs and Treaties, I am proud to lead a department that serves as the principal legal arm of the Egyptian diplomacy and as the guardian of Egypt's legal interests before international court and arbitral tribunal, and of course in cooperation definitely with the legal arm of Egypt, the Ministry of Justice. Our work extends far beyond litigation. We defend the state's interest in international fora, provide legal advice to ministers and embassies, and to ensure that Egypt's treaty practice remains transparent, consistent, and firmly rooted in international law. We also review and draft international agreements to guarantee their harmony with our constitution and domestic legislation, while ensuring that Egypt fulfill its international obligations and integrity. Equally important, our department invests in people. We focus on cultivating young Egyptian lawyers and diplomats capable of representing our country with the high standards of professionals and credibility. As one of the earliest African countries to embrace modern arbitration, Egypt has actively supported the development of arbitration infrastructure across the region. Moreover, Egypt's accession to the 1958 New York Convention as one of the earliest states to do so reflects its long-standing commitment to international arbitration and to creating a legal environment that inspires confidence in foreign and domestic investors alike. Egypt's arbitration framework itself stands as a testament to our dedication with the promulgation of the arbitration law number 27 of 1994, founded on ancestral principles. Egypt established one of the region's most comprehensive and modern systems for both domestic and international arbitration. At the heart of this success lies the Cairo Regional Center for International Commercial Arbitration, KERSICA, a true cornerstone of Egypt's arbitration landscape and a beacon for the Arab and African regions alike. Established in 1979 under the Arab and African regions, under the auspices of the Asian African Legal Consultative Organization, KERSICA has grown into a globally respected institution characterized by independence, impartiality, and professionalism. Over these decades, it has administrated thousands of cases in diverse sectors, energy, infrastructure, constructions, etc. KERSICA contribution, however, goes beyond case administration. It plays an indispensable role in promoting arbitration culture through conferences, training, and regional outreach. Equally significant is the African Arbitration Association, AfAA, whose mission complements that of KERSICA, and they both complement each other. Egypt attaches great importance to this body, recognizing it as the institutional backbone of arbitration cooperation across the African continent. We in Egypt believe deeply that Africa possesses the expertise, the talent, and the will to manage its own disputes. Through close coordination, we are building a continent-wide network of institutions that exchange best practices, harmonize rules, and raise standards to meet global benchmarks. Egypt's active participation in AfAA initiatives, especially those devoted to training young African arbitrators and developing model rules, illustrates our conviction that the future of arbitration in Africa must be African-led and globally respected. This collaboration represents not only institutional synergy, but also Egypt's broader diplomatic vision under the African Union Agenda 2063. In Africa that speaks with one legal and institutional voice. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of arbitration in Africa depends on international cooperation, both within the continent and with partners around the world. We must continue to harmonize rules and practice among African arbitral institutions, enhance mutual recognition of awards, and encourage collaboration in research, training, and standard setting. Africa must speak with a stronger unified voice in global arbitral forums, ensuring that evolving norms reflects our priorities and development aspirations. Brothers and sisters, Africa today stands at a critical juncture. The continent is witnessing an unprecedented wave of economic integration and institutional and development exemplified by the establishment of the African Continental Free Trade Area. This historic initiative is transforming the landscape of African commerce and with it the legal frameworks and dispute settlement systems that must sustain its success. For AfCFTA to fully deliver on its promise, we must ensure that mechanisms for dispute resolution, especially arbitration, are credible, efficient, and accessible. A well-functioning arbitral system is essential to securing investor confidence, protecting legitimate expectations. Distinguished colleagues, the success of arbitration depends not only on solid laws and efficient institutions, but also on the values that underpin them: neutrality, integrity, and transparency, from the moral foundation of any credible arbitral process. Egypt has sought to embed these principles deeply in its legal culture, ensuring that arbitration serves as a true instrument of justice, not as a tool of advantage. Looking ahead, and at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and also at the same time the Ministry of Justice, we will continue to strengthen Egypt's engagement in treaty-based arbitration, to expand our cooperation with regional and international courts, centers, and to modernize our approaches to dispute resolution in step with global economic and technological developments. Cairo will remain the beacon of excellence, a meeting point for diverse legal traditions, platform for constructive dialogue, and a gateway connecting Africa, the Arab world, and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, arbitration embodies the triumph of dialogue over confrontation, of reason over force, and of law over power. Egypt, with its centuries-old legal tradition, its respected institutions, and its dedicated professionals, stands ready to share its experience and to learn also from others and to contribute to the local pursuit of justice and peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And I also wish to thank you for your efforts in facilitating the visa process for all our brothers and sisters in Africa, and to facilitate their arrival to Egypt. So thank you very much for your efforts as well in this regard.